Hi everyone. Today we are gonna be letting loose in the sketchbook. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've done some intuitive drawing and painting, and today I have a fire in me that wants to just go nuts, see what happens. I have zero plan today. Intuitive painting is exactly what it sounds like, which is you use intuition, splash about color, marks, and I always end up seeing something in those marks, so then I kind of play off of that and I create something out of it. Usually, we're gonna experiment, we're gonna play around, we're gonna turn our brains off, okay? I really need a day where I'm not focused on a reference picture, you know, trying to learn. Reference pictures are great. I love learning how to draw things, and I think it's very important to learn how to draw, but you gotta just forget all of that nonsense sometimes and just do your own thing. I think that's like the best medicine for artists, and I think sometimes we take ourselves a little too seriously, don't we? And I'm a strong believer in there's no rules in art. Break the rules, learn the rules. It's important to learn the rules, but it's also important to break the rules, do your own thing, do what makes you happy, brings you joy, and today we're gonna have a lot of fun and just go nuts, okay? So there's my ramble. I've got my Caran Neocolor IIs, as usual, which these are water soluble, as well as my Stabilo Woodys, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I should put these at the top, because that's gonna get clickety pretty quickety. Okay, I usually start with like a black, but I've also, you know, been known to start with just like some kind of blue-green color, just whatever color you like. But for whatever reason, black feels permanent to me. So it kind of helps me break the page, you know, start out doing. I've also been known to do a lot of squares. My brain loves a square or a diamond, something like that. But again, there's literally no wrong way to do it. Whatever feels right, just go for it. And I gotta say, I'm already loving what's happening right here. I really needed this today. I've really been wanting to dive back into my paintings and things. I used to do a lot of canvas paintings, and you know, I got really into these guys right here, the Neocolor IIs, because they're just so fun. And I felt like I needed to learn a bit, you know. I think a lot of times, you know, you start out and you're wanting to create paintings and do things, and then you realize, like, I don't really know how to do a lot of the things that I'm wanting to do. I kind of went nuts with the, you know, learning how to draw and just experimenting with art in general, doing things like this, finding what I really like, which I think is really important. I feel like this is gonna be something magical. So let me dry it real quick. I'm gonna use my heat tool. Now, along the way, something that's really interesting is if you happen to see something in the marks, leave a comment. It's always fun to read what everybody kind of sees at different moments during the process, because I see a lot of different things going on here. I see like a spider web. I see a window, like you're looking out a window and there's like, I don't know, 2 moons, or maybe the moon is reflecting somehow. And there's like all these bugs or something. Maybe they're lightning bugs. Ooh. So see, now I want to make them glowing, because whatever this is kind of reminds me of lightning bugs, and I like that idea. So go with your gut. Nice. But yeah, like I was saying before I get interrupted by my own thought process. Let us know what you see. That was the point. Let us know what you see. All right, I think I'm gonna let this one sit for a minute, okay? I've got so many ideas swirling in my head right now that I kind of want to move on to the next page and start again. Random color. And I think this time I kind of want to do like some blocks of color. If you would rather just color the page, you know, you can do that. A lot of times I draw and then I color, but do whatever you want, honestly, because I've seen a lot of people do this exercise where they end up doing some kind of pattern, you know. Those are always really cool. If you like doing patterned stuff. I think whatever it is, it will find you. It will find you in the moment. And when it does, just lean into it. And at the end of it, if it's just a big blobby mess, I mean, you know, who doesn't like messing around and creating a mess, okay? Sometimes that's just what you need. Let loose. It's definitely what I need today. No overthinking, just going for it. A lot of times I find like certain color combinations that I never would have thought to use before. And that's always really fun. Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say I already see a cow here. All right, he's looking down. I also see like a ghost popping up out of something. Or a paint bucket that has spilled over. None of those things I'm really sold on doing yet. So I'm just gonna kind of keep playing around. I feel like this page needed this color. Don't be afraid to go over, you know, over what you've already done. Mess it up. Sometimes if you see something a little too soon, and you don't really want to do whatever you've seen, it can kind of like almost paralyze you for a minute, and it's like, I don't want to mess this part up. That's when you should probably just mess it up. Things will pop in, pop out randomly, and that's part of the beauty of it. I want to go back to this page, because this page was, whoop, I didn't dry it. That's okay. I love these colors. This like blue and this green. It's like two of my favorite color combos. I think I do like the idea of this being like a moon. Make it a little more moon-like. Why it's green, I don't know. Who says the moon can't be green? I think I messed it up to the point where it might not even be a moon anymore. There we go. I feel like this is a sea dragon, and I really like that idea. So we're gonna make this a sea dragon. All right, there's the rest of his body coming up out of the water. Locking it in. I can't stop seeing it, so it just is what it is now. It almost looks like he's got a little beady eye. There's his little mouth, I think. I know this is water, and this almost looks like a tunnel. The water looks like it's going into a tunnel. Let's make this tunnel a bit bigger. How about that? That can be like reflection or something. Okay, and maybe this is a forest. Nice little forest back this way. I say a nice little forest. It looks like a creepy forest for sure. Either way, that's where they're going. I feel like maybe this is a person. This is something. Something with the sea dragon. Not sure. I haven't worked that out yet. We're just going with what we got so far. I don't have the full story in my mind yet. Give him some spikies on his back. For those of you who have never seen one of these, this is what I'm talking about. I've seen something in the marks and I'm just rolling with it. I still don't have any kind of plan. The plan is just kind of leaning into whatever just kind of makes sense in the moment. And for whatever reason, doing a cute little sea dragon makes sense to me. Now, what are all of these? That is the biggest question. I know I said fireflies to begin with. Should I turn them into fireflies? Fireflies is a cute idea, I think. Not sure what these are. These are on like a hangy thing. This is also giving me like a door, like it looks like a door. Or pages. This almost looks like a book. Maybe, but this also looks like a doorknob right here. I think I will make it a doorknob. It's kind of broken. It's like the door is opening. Doorknob. So it's a cabinet. Oh man, I know y'all think I'm Looney Tune, okay? Lean into your Looney Tune-ness. Here it is. It's a cabinet, okay? You can open the door, close the door. It looks like it's actually the doorknobs on this side. So someone has flung open the door. Is this a person? It looks like someone's grabbing the doorknob. Should we have someone grabbing the doorknob? All right, someone's grabbing the doorknob. Is this a person with water wings? Hold on tight, okay? It's about to get weird. I see an eyeball right here. Eyeball over here. This is a nose. And they're smiling. This is definitely taking a turn. You know, to me, these look like water wings. Okay, so we got a person in a nightgown. We got water wings because there's water, but maybe it's not water wings. Maybe these are jars and they have fireflies inside. Maybe this jar has like a loop and it's looped around his arm, which is why it's over here kind of in the armpit area. So there's a jar and it's got all the fireflies in it, and this one has a lid. I don't know why his arms are blue, as most arms are blue. Here's the elbow coming around and he's grabbed hold of it. So he's doing like this way. All right. I'm gonna just color this in. And he's got kind of a wobbly head, so we'll keep his little wobbly head. I think I do want to make this into some kind of spider web right here, so, and it'll be kind of like in front of him somehow. What do we think about it so far? I'm loving this, by the way. I think I definitely need some lightness. I'm lightening it up a bit. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Tried to do like his neck blue, and then it kind of, I was like, and then I just did his whole nightgown or whatever he's wearing blue, which I'm not really a fan of. I wish I had left it white. I like this little spider web thing here. I'm definitely gonna have to add maybe a spider in it, like a little tiny spider in there or something. Not not sure I like the spikiness I just did. I might wipe that out. We'll mix it and then we'll go back over it. They almost reminded me of like studs or teeth, which is not what I'm going for. I think I'm just about done with this because I honestly just really, I love it, and I'm starting to get to the point where I don't want to mess with it anymore. I did want to try to make these look like some kind of fireflies. They actually look a little bit more like butterflies, I think, which is also kind of cool. I think on that note, I need to take a break. Can we just take a moment? I don't know if anyone will like this. Judging from my past videos, I think, I think y'all understand my weirdness by this point. For those of you who are new, welcome. I love this so much. The whole like sea dragon thing, who knew that this was gonna turn into this? But I really love every part of this. Even the creepy person right here. Is it alien? Is it human? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is my inner child. Being in here, playing around, catching fireflies, exploring caves with some kind of water dragons. And I'm opening the door and inviting you in. Come on in and play. That's kind of like the tagline. Whatever the storyline is, it makes me very happy. I love it. I love it so much. I didn't put a spider in there because, I don't like spiders. Definitely my happy place. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna take a break and I'll come back. For you, it'll be instant. For me, it'll be a couple of hours or maybe even a day. But I need a moment. Okay, well, to say I took a break would be an understatement. It is currently several days later. I was only gonna give it a couple of hours and come back. But then I was like, maybe I'll give it a day. And then I was like, oh, maybe I have to give it a couple of days because I got other things going on. I'm finally back, a little tanner. But I'm ready to figure out what else we can do with this page. I will tell you, I see a bird head, but I don't want to do a bird head. I also see a tree. I kind of want to do a tree, but whatever this is gonna go. I'm not a fan of this. This is confusing my brain. I don't appreciate it. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I can't stop seeing an ear. I might do the tree because it's very like interesting looking, and we'll see where it goes from there. Jumping back into this, so I gotta kind of warm myself back up, which makes me want to do squares again. But I could just do something real drastic. I know I want to keep some of this. These lines I really liked. Of course, now that looks like a fork. But maybe it'll turn into something different. I don't know. I just really liked these marks. So I'm gonna put them back in here just so that I don't accidentally cover them up. And I might still cover them up, but just so I don't get lost again, we'll go ahead and throw water on here. Like the best way to get unstuck for me, throw water on it. I think this is a tree. The more I'm messing with it, the more it's starting to not feel like a tree. But that's okay if it turns into not a tree. Already feeling better about it. All right, I went silent, but I still don't know what this is. So if it looks like I know what I'm doing at this point, I really still don't know what I'm doing. I'm following certain marks that I like, going over top of marks that I don't like. I really like these two colors on top of each other. And then this reminded me kind of like upside down waves. So I kind of filled it in with some blue. I don't know what's going on over here. But this definitely feels like some kind of weird, I don't know, something weird in motion. So now I have a spoon and a fork. Maybe this is just trees. Trees in the water. That's what I'm getting from this, is trees in the water. You know, sometimes you just need to draw some trees in the water. I wonder if I should flip this upside down. I don't hate it upside down. Well, I like what that did. It's definitely still a bit odd, but that's okay. I like odd. Two weird trees in the forest, but also in the water. I don't know why I like this, but I kind of like it. It feels like time in some weird kind of way. I'm not even sure why it feels like time. I definitely still see a fork and a spoon, okay? I probably won't be able to unsee a fork and a spoon. But something about this one being like straight and kind of like curved that way, and this one being kind of more broken and doing its own kind of thing, it makes this feel like time. Is that weird? If anyone else gets the feeling of time when they look at this, Please let me know. I feel like I'm probably gonna be the only one, especially before I just explain my reasoning, you know, because power of suggestion and all that. But if you honestly had like a weird sense of time before I mentioned time, let me know. I'd be really, really curious. I almost feel like doing shadows. Shadows on the ground. I think I'm gonna leave this one here. Yeah, I think this one's done. I know some of you are gonna be like, what? I'm laughing because I feel like none of you are gonna like this one at all, especially after having done something like this. It definitely seems a little more incomplete. That's part of intuitive drawing and painting. One page might be completely different than the other one. That's just how it goes. And I'm really happy with both of these. This one's just so much more abstract. But I really like all the colors that I got. I like the overall like mood of this one. I like that they're kind of like trees, but also kind of underwater feeling. It's a strange one, and I really like the strangeness. And again, like totally relaxing. This is like the most relaxing exercise I know. I feel accomplished. And I'm definitely gonna do more with this. I'm probably gonna end up developing this into something. Got a little cute, got a little creepy, per usual. But overall, I had a lot of fun. So hopefully you had fun too. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like. It really helps me out a lot. And a big thank you to all my subscribers, whether you've been here from the start or you just joined today. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.